Hey everyone, Miss Ryan here from Nashville. So, as I was traveling, I got an email from someone saying that their first assignment did not have a grade. It's like, what? I finished that last week. And so, going back and investigating, only like four students had a grade. And I think that had to do with I had gone through and something wasn't working, so I tried to change the settings. Everything is new. We got that new upgrade, if you call it an upgrade. Uh, and so when I graded, it was like you had to go through steps. The reason they do the workflow, so I could look at everybody's essay and kind of compare and then almost grade like on a curve. Here's the best one and go down. I don't grade that way. I was taught, I took an intensive course on grading and like whatever the scale is. So say an A, 100 to 90. If you start at a 95, anybody who met exactly the criteria, just done, 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 95. They go above and beyond, you have those, a couple points to, reward them because we don't give extra credit. You can't go over 100. And then if you miss one or two things, then you still have that opportunity to get an A as well. During the first assignment, I always grade out of 100, just that way everybody has some kind of built-in points. Anyway, so that just kind of explains how the grading was set up. It was on workflow. So you can do like in review where you're looking at everybody's. You can put like graded, which is what I just went back and did and realized that still does not show you. You have to do like released and actually release a grade, which I don't know if that's the same for all new assignments going forward, but I will make sure next time I click that when I enter your grade. So everybody should have a grade. Looking at grades, I'm noticing on module 1 discussion, there's like an I with a line through it. So I'm not sure if you guys can see those grades. But that doesn't have that option, so let me know and I'll have to submit a support ticket. So just making sure you guys can all see your grades is very important. You will notice when you go through, I give feedback. So when I had the classroom, I taught 7th grade English for 10 years. Whenever I was grading essays, I would highlight and make comments, and then I would call each student up and kind of go over feedback. So I've carried over that same philosophy. So I will highlight different pieces of your guys' assignments, and then I will make comments. Some of it might just be a personal connection, some of it might be thoughts, some of it might be questions. If I see any areas for improvement, I will include those as well. So it does take me a while. Usually in feedback, I get that most professors just slap on a grade and there's no feedback whatsoever. I am not that way. I'm a lifelong learner, and I hope that you guys are too. So, just making those connections. I don't get to see you guys face to face. So sometimes it's just kind of conversation. If I see any areas, and sometimes I'll even say like, hey, no points taken off. You started a sentence with and, but, or so. You just may want to eliminate that. So just tips. So that's kind of how I grade. So it does take me longer than, sometimes you might get that immediate feedback. Some people might just go through and be like, 10, 10, 10, or 100, 100, 100. I don't do that. I make sure I give each student the time that they deserve. So all that to be said, your first assignment grades were in. Sorry you could not see them. I will make sure that next week I click that button that says review if that's the way that it's set up for all of them, but I might have changed it playing with the settings. So a little bit of user error, a little bit of new system error. And again, please let me know if module 1 is not showing. That is all done, and I'm halfway through module 2, working on those this morning before I get ready to head out. I feel like there was one more thing. Somebody had posted in the Q&A, which is normally typically fine. I do have my computer out today, but like while I'm traveling, we have to authenticate ourselves. So then like when I'm trying to log in, it takes me to a different app and then I can never get back in, and it's just a pain in the butt. So while I'm traveling, if you guys have any questions, shoot me an email. It's easier to respond and I see it right away. I just happen to be looking because it combines with my work Key West High School email, and so I saw something that looked a little different, like that's not a normal discussion question, so I caught it, but it does not send me notifications when you post there either. So I don't mind if you post there, especially, a lot of students might have the same questions. They might be able to answer faster than me, but if you need a quick response, email me. I think that's it. Rainy day yesterday. Hopefully today is nice and sunny. I haven't seen my friends in about 2 years, so excited to go celebrate. So have a wonderful weekend. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.